Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from USA Today. And the reason why I'm covering this is because I just did a video, one or two before this, because I do a few together, talking about the fact of how, with the Supreme Court, they could be ruling on a case that could make it so that these social media companies, even though it's not related to them, it could make it so that they cannot violate individuals' inalienable right to free speech. And there was a quote from Google in there saying that they don't censor their searches and this and that, basically, we don't rig our searches type thing. And here we go. Right from USA Today, published on October 16th, written by Kat Hoffaker. And they're going to try to spin this fact and say, oh, well, it's not intentional. But Google News results favor left-leaning media, report finds. Of course it does, because you've got left bias creeping in everywhere in Silicon Valley. Okay, it doesn't matter if they try not to intentionally be left bias. Okay, that left bias is going to come through in their programming. It really will. Programming code will reflect the person. I mean, when you're talking about logic, even though it's off-on, you can actually have biases from people get worked into the logic. It happens. So whether it's intentional or not, it's the fault of the left for being these spurging fucking idiots who can't keep their personal lives separate from their business lives. Google News and Google News search engine results appear to show a strong preference for media organizations that are on the left on the political spectrum, a new report finds. Well, no shit. I could have told you that without the fucking report. The report from the media technology group, AllSides, out Tuesday, analyzed Google News' homepage and search engine results from the news page over a 2-week period and determined that news outlets with a left bias were more prominently displayed. Well, of course they were. That's because they rigged the shit. If it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. And that's what the type of situation is here. This bias is intentional. It might not be, but I believe it is. I believe that this is intentional bias, because when you look at during the 2016 presidential elections, you go to try to look up Hillary's health, and Google is giving you these bullshit autocompletes, and every other search engine out there isn't. Yeah, they're rigging the shit. You have to be an idiot not to realize that. Or a Democrat dick sucker. Well, idiot and Democrat dick suckers tend to be the same thing. What the fuck is it with these one-sentence fucking paragraphs? This shit drives me nuts. Wow. The last article with the Supreme Court had a lot of these one-sentence paragraphs. It's bad writing. It's bad writing form. But the study found no evidence Google had intentionally altered search results for the purpose of suppressing voices of conservatives, as President Donald Trump had previously stated. Where's your proof of this? You don't. You just take the report, and you basically go through, and you're making your own judgments about it. It's pretty clear that they rigged shit with Hillary. That was a favor of the left, because they didn't want Hillary's health issues getting out there. When you type in things for Trump, all the things that were autocomplete were negative. I think that's rigged against him. Google search results for Trump news show only the viewing, reporting of fake news media. Trump tweeted August 28th, the administration has said the president was considering regulations against the tech giant. So, here's his tweet. Google search results for Trump news showing only viewing, reporting. Yep. In other words, they have it rigged for me and others so that almost all stories and news is bad. Fake CNN is prominent. Republican, conservative, and fair media is shut out. Yeah. He hit the nail on the head with that, too. John Gable, CEO of AllSides and author of the study, said the bias is the result of most news online and most news consumption being from a left perspective. From a left perspective. Bullshit! That is the biggest crock of fucking shit out there. That is the most transparent fucking lie there could be. The conservative media dominates the internet. Dominates it. Even with the bias. In essence, in spite of the bias, it dominates online. That's where almost all conservatives go to get their news these days. Unless they're like 70 years old and then they watch Fox. Or anyone right of Karl Marx for that matter, which to you guys is right, but goes online for their news unless they're 70 years old. That means the consumption, overwhelmingly, of news on the internet is from a right perspective. That's using common sense and fucking logic to derive at that. What bullshit voodoo did you come to there, buddy? Come on, John, what'd you come up with? Because that's got to be complete bullshit. AllSides specializes in identifying media bias for the purpose of providing balanced perspectives. Bullshit! When he's saying stuff like you're quoting him there, that's complete bullshit. The group uses a media bias rating based on popular opinion to rank media outlets as either left, right, or center. Whose opinions? Is this like Snopes, where you've got, a failed porn star hooker who homewrecker and the man that she stole from the woman and in the company that she founded with, the ex-husband, talking out their ass? Is it like that? If you look at, and to me, going on popular opinion does not mean shit, because where are you going and getting your popular opinion from? I mean, you could go focus on getting, people on the left for popular opinion and label legitimate right of, whatever marker you've set, outlets as fake news. If you look at where people get news online and you rate it, most of it's coming from the left, Gable said. Bullshit! If that was the case, why is it that every left outlet online is about to close their fucking doors? Vox, Vice, CNN, if they didn't have cash infusion. The Young Turks, if they didn't get that $20 million from the Democrat kingmakers because Cenk and Anna, fucking decided to get on their knees and work the guy's shaft from either side, okay? Which they already pissed through. Why are they all flat fucking broke if people are going to the left for their news? Yet the outlets that are right of them aren't. Explain that one. Because if you could, I'd call you a fucking liar in La La Land. Because I'm sure there would be no basis of fact to your explanation. He said Google search results come from what is largely a popularity algorithm, meaning, oh, bullshit. They fucking, wow. Google has not used a popularity algorithm for fucking over a decade. Wow, almost 2 decades. Since like the early 2000s when they decided to start rigging their search results. It was, what was it, maybe, so we'll say a decade and a half ago, give or take. And that's when they started to heavily curate their algorithms. So don't try to say it's a popularity algorithm. Because I remember the days of when it was a popularity algorithm. you would actually find more relevant searches than you do now. They have literally took something that was good and worked, that went by relevance in the fact of how many people went to the actual websites and continued to go to the websites and use that to actually rank them. So to try to say its popular algorithm is bullshit. So to say, all right, where you say that it is largely popular algorithm, meaning that the viewpoints more people have are more likely to be highlighted, is complete bullshit. As a result, viewpoints that are outside the majority don't appear as high up in search results. Wow. They are literally trying to say that this far left fucking bullshit is what the majority of people fucking believe in this. USA Today and this fuckwit are literally trying to push the narrative that the left's ideas are the popular ideas. If that was the case, then Trump would not have won the election in spite of the Democrat shenanigans, where they had people crossing state lines like they did from Massachusetts into my state, New Hampshire, okay, with fake fucking IDs and voted. And I literally witnessed the shit. So if you want to call me a fucking liar, go right ahead. But I witnessed that shit. You had fucking people in Colorado who had moved out of state that had voted. This was documented. You had Detroit. When they're doing the recount, they found there was more votes in Detroit than there were registered fucking voters. And went, oh, nothing to see here. Stop the recount. Even with that, Trump won. So don't try to portray your leftist fucking far left bullshit. Your ideological crap is what is more popular. And try to negate this fact of that they're rigging the actual search results. It makes you look fucking stupid. Makes you look like a moron. In this sense, Gable said, Google's algorithm is unintentionally biased towards more popular perspectives, and those are the results users see. Oh, come on. More popular. Bullshit. If that was the case, Hillary fucking Clinton would have supposedly won, where they were sucking her dick on Google, and everything was Hillary, 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 Hillary. I mean, this is so easily seen through. Yet they think they're going to fool normies with this shit. I mean, it's hilarious. He said the danger in this is that it can play into people's preconceived notions. I love this. They are literally, now that they've pushed this bullshit fucking narrative that's so fucking transparent that you can literally see through it, like it's like clear glass. They want to say, oh, well, people, it's just preconceived notions, and it's all in their fucking head. No, it's not in their fucking head. You're just dishonest fucking shitbags trying to push a narrative that isn't going to work. Because you know what? People have woken up to your shit. Right now, technology overly puts a spotlight on the most popular perspectives, or the perspective that most fits you, and that cuts out other perspectives, he said. It reduces an individual's ability to decide for themselves or know the whole story. Oh my God. Thank you for proving my fucking point with the left rigging shit. What you're getting at is the left is creating an environment by force-feeding their leftist fucking propaganda bullshit from like legacy media outlets down people's throats, where people are not getting the full story. Huh. Thank you for pointing that out. At least you're that honest. I don't think you intentionally meant to do it, but at least you're honest. Gable said going forward, Google is to decide what role it wants to play. How about it just literally go back to the days of what it was when it came out of being from beta, okay, and it was on like the Stanford fucking servers, because I was using it back then, all right, to when it got its own domain, and it was just a fucking algorithm that searched shit by relevance and then fucking gave you results. Then took those results and how people clicked on them and said, okay, well, this one's the more popular one, and started ranking them on that. How about we go back to those fucking days when there was no bias? That would solve the problem. Make things a hell of a lot easier, too, on the note of finding shit that you actually want to find. I mean, this is such horse shit. If their role is to just reflect the internet, they're doing a fine job, he said. Bullshit! They're not reflecting the internet. They're trying to push their leftist fucking ideology. They're trying to shape the minds of people. They're literally trying to stop populism and nationalism and conservatives from gaining ground. They said this in their spurg out after Trump got elected. You cannot try to push this shit when they've literally said contrary to what you're trying to claim. Wow. I mean, this is such fucked up shit. If they think their job is to empower people to decide for themselves, they actually need to make a change. So, you mean they should stop forcing people into not finding what they want and trying to force perspectives down their throat? Okay. A Google spokesperson told USA Today that the search is not used to set a political agenda. Bullshit. They admitted it in their fucking spurg out after Trump won the election. That's their intent, that they're going to shape things, that they're going to... What do you think shaping things means? That they're going to stop populism. That means they're going to fucking curate their search results, which is what they've been doing for fucking years. See, what gets me is... Google has been curating their search results for years. They announced this in the early 2000s when they decided to switch over. And now they're trying to play... I mean, they've been doing it for that long, and they said that they were going to be doing it back then, that they were going to start doing it, I mean. And they did. And they've slipped in more and more biases and shit like that in. And what gets me is now they're trying to be like, oh, we don't do that. So really, when early part of the 2000s, closer to the middle part of it or whatever it was, when you said, hey, we're going to do this, and we're going to censor, and we're going to do that, you really didn't mean that back then? Or you're now just trying to rewrite history? Oh, you're trying to rewrite history. Gotcha. When users type queries into the Google search bar, our goal is to make sure they receive the most relevant answers in a matter of seconds, the spokesperson said, adding that Google doesn't bias our results towards any political ideology. Oh, really? Then why on Google could you not find one fucking thing about Hillary Clinton's health? That was a proven fucking fact that you were rigging shit with that. Proven fucking fact. I love how they literally will ignore stuff that's been recorded as a matter of fact, that's now a part of history. Recent history. And act like it never fucking happened. They've got a lot of balls on them these days. Google and other tech companies have come increasingly under fire for the charges that search engine results do not treat conservatives fairly. They don't. In late September, the Wall Street Journal reported that Google employees had debated altering search results after Trump's travel ban against predominantly Muslim countries went into effect in January 2017. Yeah! Oh, they don't do shit. They don't rig anything. They get caught on it. Oh, no. It's like literally like a little fucking kid who, instead of, grabbing a cookie from the cookie jar, has the whole fucking cookie jar in hand, okay, tossed the lid on the floor, is running past you and has their hand in it, pulling out a handful of fucking cookies going, oh, no, I didn't touch the cookies. Well, you're literally looking at them doing this. Google CEO Sundar Pichai later met with Republican lawmakers to discuss those concerns. Pichai will also testify before the House Judiciary Committee about Google's business practices after a November midterm election. You're lying. He actually wrote a fucking bullshit letter when they wanted to see him, and he never fucking showed up. No. Nice try. He wrote a letter that didn't answer their fucking questions. I covered it. Was it this past week or the week before? But I covered it. It was this past week. He wrote this bullshit letter and about China, which is what you're getting to. Okay, is the whole China Dragonfly censored search engine thing. That's what you're talking about. He did not talk with them. He didn't talk with them otherwise. He's been blowing them off. Nice fucking try. Anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.